So here, the Reserve Bank of India has taken some measures. We call it as, monetary aggregates. Okay. So here, M1, M2, M3 and M4, which are included in monetary aggregates in India, are money measures in India. We can say that. Okay. Measurement of money supply in India. So we are measuring with M1, M2, M3, M4. This is important term. So here, fine, M1. What is included in the M1? Here, the kinds are the currency with the public, which is having by the public. Simply we measure with C. We denoted with capital C. What does it mean? The public, they are having some amount of money. It may be kinds and currencies. M1 including in this one. And also we are expressing what are the amount having by the public. We are expressing with C, currency with public. Okay. And demand deposits. Okay. Demand deposits with commercial banks and cooperative banks. So we are denoted with DD. C plus DD, demand deposits with commercial banks, at the same time cooperative banks. We are talking about M1. Okay. And also with respect to public currency, that is C, and also DD, we are including the another one is OD, other deposits with Reserve Bank of India. Other deposits with Reserve Bank of India, we are included in M1. M1 is equal to C, that is currency, currency with public, DD, that is demand deposits with commercial banks and cooperative banks, and OD, other deposits with Reserve Bank of India, that are included in M1. Okay. M1, that is clear. So this M1, we also call it as, narrow money. M1, we also call it as narrow money. M3, we call it as broad money. Okay. M3, we are calling broad money. M1, we are calling as narrow money. Okay. Here you have to remember. So here in this, M1, as I said, C, currency, DD, demand deposits, OD, other deposits, we are including. Coming to the, M2, money supply. Okay. So here, along with the M1, we need to include here saving deposits with post office. Saving deposits with post office. Additionally, we are including this one. Which one? Other saving deposits which are included in the post office. Okay. Which are with the post office, that we are including in the M2. Okay. So M2, we can say that M2 is equal to M1. M1 again, it is included C, that is currency, DD, demand deposits, and other deposits. Along with M1, here we additionally added saving deposits with post office. Saving deposit with post office. Okay. So that you have to remember. And the third one, as I said, M3. Third one is M3. This M3 includes M1 plus TD. TD is time deposits or term deposits. Okay. So door closure. So here, M3, here we are talking about M3, M1, that is C, DD, and OD. Along with this, additionally adding TD, that is, fixed or term deposits with the commercial banks as well as cooperative banks. Commercial banks as well as cooperative banks, which are included in the M3. Okay, M3. Now, once again, we'll come across from the first online class. Online class. So here, sorry. So here we are talking about the M3. Okay. Here we are including M1 plus term deposits, that is fixed deposits. Okay. So this concept is known as broad money. This concept is known as broad money. This is more important component of money. Okay. Coming to the fourth one is M4. Fourth one is M4. This M4 includes M1 plus all type of deposits with post offices. All type of deposits with post offices. Here we are including in the M4. Sir, Malli, when we cross check from the M1 we call it as narrow money. Okay, in this narrow money or M1, we are including currency with the public, demand deposits with the commercial banks and cooperative banks, and other deposits. Other deposits. Coming to the M2, M2 here along with this M1, saving deposits with post offices. Saving deposits with post offices. Okay, and M3 we are adding term deposits or fixed deposits along with the M1. Okay, that we will get M3. This M3 money, we call it as broad money. This is more important component of money. This M3. And the M4, as I said, all type of deposits with post offices we are including in the M4 along with this M1. M1 C currency, DD demand deposits with commercial and uh, cooperative banks, okay, and other deposits. So here in M4 we are included M1 plus other deposits with or all deposits with post office. So class is going. So here we are talking about the measures of money supply in India. There are 4 types of measures. First one is M1. M1 includes C currency with public, DD demand deposits with commercial banks and cooperative banks, other deposits with RBI. That is included in the M1. Coming to the M2, M1 plus saving deposits with the post offices. Saving deposits, additionally, we are including in the M2. Okay, and the third component is M3. This we call it as broad money and important component in money supply. So here in this M3, we are included M1 plus term deposits or fixed deposits with the commercial and cooperative banks. Okay, so coming to the M4, M1 plus all type of deposits with post offices. Here we are including additionally all type of deposits with post offices are included in the M4. Okay. So coming to the money supply, that is M1 or first type of money. As I said, M1 is equal to C plus DD plus OD. C is the currency with the public. Okay, kinds and currency notes, which are comes under the C, and demand deposits and other deposits. Okay, M2 is the second type of money. As I said already, we included with M1 plus saving deposits of public with post offices. So post offices also here, they collect all type of deposits, particularly saving deposits, okay, and recurring deposits from the public, rural and urban areas. That you have to remember. When these type of saving deposits added in the first component, that is M1, we get automatically M2. Okay, M1 plus M2, we automatically will get. So here, the Reserve Bank of India updating the deposits, that is saving deposits component in recent years. So we can get this type of data, this M2 data. Okay, so coming to the M3, that is, we call it as brand money or third type of money. Okay, so here the Reserve Bank of India, India's most important component is M3. That is the reason why we are calling as a brand money. Okay, so this component is very important because this banking system, it is added as a M1 and we get M3 when we include the additional one, that we call it as term deposits or fixed deposits. Fixed deposits we are additionally adding here. So fixed deposits can be converted into either cash at any time with some amount of interest. Generally, it may be less interest rate. Moreover, uh, one can get the loans based on the fixed deposit certificate, and also these facilities are provided by the banks, and based on the fixed deposits we consider as a good we can say that demand deposits. Okay, so here, as I said, M3 is a broad money. Okay, so here the time deposits nearer to, we can say that time deposits of the banks along with saving deposits of the public with post offices, which all are included in the deposits. Coming to the fourth one, that is fourth type of money. The fourth type of measure of money introduced by the Reserve Bank of India, that we call it as M4. Okay, when all type of deposits which are include saving deposits, recurring time deposits, these all deposits with the public, with the post offices, we get M4. M4 or measure of money will get. So the post offices are playing very important role, particularly in the village of the economy, mobilizing the funds, or we can say that savings in rural areas where the potential penetration of the banking system is relatively very less. So here the M4 component, we are talking about M4 component. The another one is, or another topic, monetary and liquidity aggregates in India. as we know that Reserve Bank of India has appointed as working group of assess to existing the measures of money supply in India. The group of measures of money where M1, M2, M3, and M4. Okay, it could be observed that there is a changes in the concept of M1, that is money supply. Instead of M2, that is post offices, including the post offices, and also the instead of M3, all time deposits of banks which added in the M1. Time deposits over a period of time, and we call it as sometimes the maturity are called time period. So the concept of M4 again here removed from the revised money aggregate measures. So here the origin or the original measures of money supply, M1 as I said, currency with the public, that is coins and notes, demand deposits and other deposits with RBI. Later with the new liquidity resources, or we can say that revised money supply measures. Okay, so M1 kinds and currency, DD demand deposits and other deposits with RBI, it is not at all changed. Coming to the new liquidity resources, new revised, that is L1, that becomes M3, that including all deposits with the post office and savings. Here we additionally added M3. M2 as original measures, as I said, M2 we included in the M1, same currency, demand deposits and other deposits. Along with that, saving deposits of the post offices are included in original measures. But measures, the money supply measures. Here, M2 consists M1 and time deposits with banks, term deposits, that is, particularly over a period of time, we consider as a 1 year time. That we included in the M2. Coming to the new liquidity resources, new M3, as usual, along with that, term deposits with lending institutions, term borrowings of this all are included in the L2, liquidity resources. Coming to the M3, here in M3, we are adding additionally with along with the M1, time deposits of the banks we are adding, right? So, but the new one, new measures, we are including M3 is equal to M2 along with M2 time deposits over a 1 year of time period and borrowings of the banks also included in the M3. Okay. So M4 is, as I said earlier, our original, it was there. Now M4 is not there in our Indian case. So M4 included money supply with the currency with the public, demand deposits with commercial banks and cooperative banks, okay, and other deposits with RBI, including these. All the deposits of post offices are added in the M4. Now this M4 money is not at all in our India. So the another concept is base money or high power money. Okay, this money when we aggregates M1, M2, M3, at the same time the liquidity resources L1, L2 and L3 as a aggregate. Okay, so here we'll get the reserve of money or base money. So here the money or the reserve money, we can define it like currency in circulation. That is, we are expressing the base money or high power money with M0. Here we are including the currency circulation, that is a C. Currency circulation means the circulation of money with public, okay, plus cash reserves with RBI and other deposits with RBI. Okay, so symbolically we can write M0, that is reserve money or base money or high powered money, currency circulation plus cash reserve C plus CR, cash reserve with RBI and other deposits, that is other deposits with RBI, OD. Okay, that is. Coming to the money multiplier, it is important for your chart. As we know that money supply in a country denoted with several factors. Okay, one of the important one is a high powered money. Okay, high power money. So the money multiplier, it provides the relationship between high power money and the money supply measures. Okay, so money multiplier, it explains the relationship between high power money with respect to money supply measures. So here uh, we can express with M, that is multiplier, money supply measures, that is M1 or M3. M1 is a narrow money because here it is only included in the currency with the public, demand deposits with the commercial and cooperative banks, and the other deposits with the RBI. And M3, we call it as broad money. Okay. Here we are including, M1 plus. M1 plus means again currency with public, demand deposits with commercial and cooperative banks, and other deposits with RBI. Plus, we are including the term deposits or fixed deposits in the M3. So it is very important component in the money supply. So the value of money multiplier, that indicates the ratio between the money supply measures and reserve money. Okay, or simply we can say that money supply in the country increases by money multiplier in a quantum of, or we can say that the quantum of reserve of money in the country. Okay, so the money multiplier, the values generally computed with the two money measures or money supplies, that is M1 and M3. Okay, M1, as I said, it is narrow money or narrow multiplier will get, M1 by RM. Okay, so when coming to the broad money, as I said, broad money is the M3. So we'll get M3 divided by R. That is broad money. We automatically will get. Okay. The another important topic, that is determinants of money supply in India. Okay. So here when we observe, according to the Reserve Bank of India, the stock of money in any country or with respect to India, determined by five major factors. The money supply in India determined by five major factors. One is net credit to the government, net bank credit to the government, and bank credit to the business sector. Third one is net foreign assets to the banking sector. And the fourth one is government liquidity to the currency holding by the public. And the another one, non-monetary liabilities of the banking sector except time deposits. So here the determinants of money supply. What are the factors are determining the money supply? There are five determinants as I said. Net bank credit to the government. So here the bank credit to the government again can be classified into two broad categories. One is credit that is extended by the Reserve Bank of India, okay, to the state governments. The credit facilities are provided by the RBI to state and central governments. That is one case. The another one is credit which is provided by the banks to the central and state governments. First one is credit facilities are extending central and states. Second one is credit is provided by the other banks to the other banks, maybe commercial banks and other banks. They are providing the credit facilities to the central and state banks. Okay. So here, generally the central government, okay, meets all these expenditures through the direct and indirect taxes collected from the public and businessmen. The government is trying to, or the central bank, okay, trying to collect the revenue from the public through the imposing the taxes. The taxes may be direct taxes or indirect taxes. With the help of these sources, government is generating the income. Okay. So the another one is quantum of credit to the business sector. So here the private production and commercial sectors, private production and commercial sectors, we call it as business sectors. Okay, business sectors we are calling. So it is prime responsibility to the banks to provide short-term and long-term credit to the business sectors to meet their working capital requirements. So what does it mean? So banks are giving credit facilities. The banks are providing credit facilities, particularly short-term and long-term credit facilities to the commercial sectors or production private sectors. Okay, we call it as business sectors. Okay, they required more money. So that is the reason why the banks are providing short-term and long-term credit facilities to the business sectors. So these can, could be withdrawn through the checks. These deposits, they can withdraw through the checks. These checks again come to the bank sector and in the form of additional demand deposits only. So this type of process of loans become deposits, and deposits become loans, and loan is becomes credit. Okay, credit creation. So this type of credit creation is given by the banks. Okay, that is one side. The another one is size of net foreign exchange reserves. Foreign exchange reserves. Another important determinants of money supply in the country. the size and the growth of foreign exchange reserves in the country. You know, the foreign exchange reserves. When our exports increases, exchange foreign exchange reserves will increase. So the exporters of the deposits of foreign exchange, they can earn with the help of export with their banks and sell the reserve bank through the dealers or foreign exchange markets. Okay, so supply of domestic currency uh, try to increase according to the growth of foreign exchange reserves in the country. Okay, that we have to remember here. So that increase in the domestic money supply, the net increase in the foreign exchange reserves, which also increase in the country. That you have to remember here. So India's foreign exchange reserves, whether it is increasing or not, yes, India's foreign exchange reserves are increasing over a period of time. When we observe the data, it is increasing. Okay. So the another one is government's obligation towards the token currency. Government obligations towards the token currency. Here we have to remember the size of the component or money supply when it increases. Okay, what does it mean? The government is trying to print more currency. It may be in terms of kinds or in terms of rupees. They try to increase the printing. So the size of the component of money supply increases. That it's government responsibility to to meet the obligations from the public increases. Okay, so because currency system, this type of currency system we call it as token money system. Okay, uh, and also the government would expand the money supply to extend the meetings in its currency obligations without any hassles. So government cannot provide or print the currency blindly or randomly. How much it is required? The government of India is printing the currency or kinds. Okay. And the another one is size of non-monetary obligations of the banking sector. The Reserve Bank of India and other commercial banks, they got certain non-monetary obligations. So the Reserve Bank of India, they have to maintain some kind of fund that we call it as provident fund, and maintain the this for the pension and the provident fund for the payment made by the employees with respect to the RBI. Okay. So the another one is nature of reserve system. The another determinant, nature of reserve system. See, when we observe this system, okay, the Reserve Bank of India act as a monopoly power on printing of or issuing the notes. Government of India and Reserve Bank of India, they act as a monopoly. They are having the powers. Okay, uh, there is no alternatives. These only print. So here, the Reserve Bank of India with the proportional reserve system. So where the gold and foreign exchange reserves they can keep or kept, okay, in the proportion to the quantum of coins and currencies they can issue or they can circulate in the economy with the while keeping the gold and foreign exchange currencies, okay, or reserves. Okay, under this system, okay, when we observe almost around 200 crore worth of gold and foreign exchange results, they try to maintain not less than the 115 crores. Okay, worth of crores. So the another determinants of money supply in India, people's preference in the society. Generally, the preferences of the people or society, how much their total income should be kept in the form of cash, or how much they can you know keep in the form of deposits. Okay, that is determined by the stock of money supply in the economy. So through the currency, that is a component, high power money, bank deposits, this will greater influence, and also the determination of money supply and its worth. So here we have to remember the cash reserve ratio also. Banks have to capacity to multiply these deposits money in many times in initial deposits that people's preference in the society. Cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio. The capacity of the banks to create credit in the economy, it depends on the cash reserve ratio. Generally, when we are talking about CRR, cash reserve ratio, the banks create credit, they have to keep some amount of money with the banks, okay? Or we can say that the deposit money in the economy, so that the money supply in the economy will expand according to CRR. Government growth rate, the growth rate of the economy. Okay, so here the most important determinants of money supply in the economy is that the rate of economic growth, how much it is achieved. That is more important. The growth of growth rate, it depends on the output. Okay, the growth rate of output, the growth rate of the economy, if there is a high, the growth rate of money supply also automatically very high. So this is because money is more required to increase the output in the economy. So automatically it grows the economy. Okay, so that is the we are talking about the growth rate. The another topic, theories of money. There are again various theories are there. One is cash transactions approach, Fisher's quantity theory of money. This is very important, and assumptions and criticism of this quantity theory of money, Cambridge cash balance approach, Cambridge equations, Marshallian approach, Pigu's approach, Keynes real balance effect or equation. These all are included in the theories of money supply. So when we talk about the quantity theory, it implies simply we can say that the theory of money brings about directly the proportionate change in the price level or inverse level proportionate change in the value of money. Okay, the quantity of money that brings directly the proportionate changes in the price level and inversely to the value of money. Okay, what does it mean? The relationship between the quantity of money and the value of money. When the quantity of money increases, what does it mean? When we printing more and more currency or circulating the currency is very high, then the value of the money decreases. Value of the money decreases. Okay. So that is the reason why there is a inverse relationship between these two. quantity of money supply and the value of money. So here there are two traditional approaches are there, quantitative theory of money. In that, one is cash transactions approach, that is classical approach, and the cash balance approach. Cash transactions approach is related to classical, cash balance approach is related to neoclassical. Okay, so the classical transactions approach, the classical version, when we talk about Irving Fisher, he has written a famous book that purchasing power of money. In his book, he tried to explain the relationship between quantity of money supply and general price levels through the an exchange, equation of exchange. So here he tried to explain through the equation the monetary equilibrium identified by the Fisher, where MV is equal to PT. M represents the quantity of money. M represents the quantity of money. MV, V is the velocity of circulation of money. MV is equal to PT. So P is the the money, or we can say that price level, that is the general price level. T is the time period, particularly uh, the volume of transactions. Okay, volume of transactions with volume of transactions means goods and services which are traded, that treated as a T. Okay, so MV gives the aggregate effective supply of money. How much the total money during a given period of time. Okay, so here MV is equal to PT, that under the monetary equilibrium, so supply of money equals to demand for money according to this cash transactions approach. So coming to the Fisher's quantity theory of money. Fisher's quantity theory of money, this concept is very important. No, it is based on the equation, as I said, MV is equal to PT. Here, the general price level, P is equal to MV by T. So money, the quantity of money, that is M, determined by the price level, okay? And that varies directly proportional changes to the V and T, velocity of circulation of money and T, transactions of money. Okay, so here when we are talking about the quantity theory of money, particularly Fisher's, the volume of transactions, the amount of money, that is goods bought and by the money, that T, we express quantity of money in circulation, that we are expressing with M, velocity of circulation of money, that we are expressing with or denoted with V, the volume of bank money, that is M. Okay, so here we try to explain that the quantity theory, okay, it explains the price level varies in proportion to the quantity of money. Okay, so what does it mean? When money supply is double, okay, the price level also double. So when the money supply decreases, then the price level also decreases. That you have to remember. There are certain assumptions are there. The price level. One of the important assumption is that price level is supposed to be passive. and it is only depending the dependent variable. In other words, it is determined by the other elements in the equation and does not influence the other elements. And the another assumption is that Fishers assumed that velocity of money remaining constant. Velocity of money is remaining constant. V is constant. He assumed that T, the transactions which are a given period of time, that is it depends on the independent. What does it mean? It does not move based on the V and M. Okay, that is also one of the important assumption. This theory also assumes that there is a full employment exists in the economy. According to classical, there is a full employment exists in the economy. And the another one is a nutshell. Okay, and the price is a passive factor, and velocity and transactions, that is T, are constant. So quantity of money that influences the general price level, that leads to greater quantity of money, higher level of prices. That you have to remember. So here the Fisher's quantity theory of money, when we observe, there are certain criticism also there. This theory, this Fisher's theory, interdependency of variables. Variables is nothing but the factors which are influenced. Okay, so they may varies in the transaction equation are not independent as in a quantity theory. So here you have to remember the one thing, the another one is M influences V. Money supply increases, the price will increase. Further rise the prices in the future, then the people increase their purchases of goods and services in the economy. The another one is unrealistic assumption. This is, unrealistic assumption of long period. The quantity of money they have criticized, and it provides over a period of time, that is, it provides a long-term analysis, particularly the value of money. The another one is unrealistic assumption of full employment. This is important criticism, unrealistic assumption of full employment. Because Keynes' fundamental criticism is that quantity theory of money it is based on the unrealistic assumption of full employment. In the economy, there never be a full employment. So, but according to the classicals, the full employment arises. So, the Keynes, as long as there is a unemployment, okay, there increase money supply that leads to appropriate increases in the output according to Keynes, so that there is no full employment in the economy. That you have to remember. And this is also one of the criticism. Static theory. So this quantity theory assumes that the value of V and T remaining constant, the assumption consistency, because these factors make the theory is a static. Okay. And also it ignores the other determinants of the price level. This quantity theory of money ignore the other factors, which other variables, which are influence the price level. So the quantity theory of remaining the price levels are determined by the other factors which are not included in the M or V and T. So unrealistically, directly or indirectly, the proportionate relationship between quantity of money and the price level, they ignore the importance of the other factors. Okay, they ignore the other factors. Money as a store value, this also they ignore. As I said, last class, functions of money. One of the important character is that money as a store value. It is easy to store, easy to divisible, easy to carry. That we call as money. Characteristics or features we have seen. So in this case, the quantity theory of money, it consider as money only the medium of exchange. That is fine, but completely ignore the importance of store value. Money, according to them, or classicals, they said only money is a medium of exchange. Not only the medium of exchange, but also the store value. They can easily store, right? So this they ignore. So Keynes pointed out that the store value function of money is more important for speculative purpose against the classical emphasis. They said, transaction and precautionary demand for money. Okay. And also there is no discussion of velocity of money. That is also one of the drawback. And the another one is no direct or no proportionate relation between M and P. Keynes criticized the classical quantity theory of money is that there is no direct proportion relationship between quantity of money and price level. But they said, the classicals said, there is a direct relation or proportionate relationship between the quantity of money, that is M, and the general price level. Okay, so this is also one of the criticism. And Cambridge cash balance approach will discuss the next class. So now I'm going to close.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'll give you the important topics later, last లో. Then మీకు important questions ఇస్తే అవి కొంచెం మీరు రెఫర్ చేసుకుంటే అది మీకు ఎగ్జామ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ లో హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే అండి.
అవును సార్, లాస్ట్ సెమ్ లో కూడా మీరు ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు క్వశ్చన్స్. అందులోకైతే 80% మొత్తం అందులోకైతే వస్తాయి సార్.
ఇంపార్టెంట్ వచ్చినాయా మేడం?
అవును
నాకు
సార్,
అర్థం
వచ్చాయి.
రైట్ రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ కూడా నేను ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇస్తా. యా, ఖచ్చితంగా మీకు హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది. రైట్ అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే.